Okay. Hello, people that are watching. You can't see my face for this whole video. I'm sorry, but you'll be able to see me in this table, so that's what counts. I'm Kasaya Judy. I'm here to show how to extract DNA from a strawberry, and it's a super fun but really cool experiment, and it makes you feel really cool. So, yeah, I'm excited. So, first off, I'll show you the materials that you will need. You'll need 1/4 teaspoon of salt. That's what I have right here. A bigger dish, 90 milliliters of water. I have it already pre-measured out. 10 milliliters of dish soap, just liquid dish soap. It's really easy. I already have that pre-measured out too. Cheesecloth or a sieve, anything with small holes that can drain and you know, it has to have tiny holes. A glass speaker or jar. I'm using this small mason jar for this experiment. A strawberry, or if you have small ones, 2 or 3. I use frozen. You can use fresh or frozen, either way. You need 5, how much was it? Sorry. Okay. You need 5 milliliters of chilled isopropyl alcohol. It'll need to be frozen for at least 10 minutes, so I would get that in first. Then you need a plastic baggie, and then tweezers. Also, I added to my list of things needed. It's optional, but I'm using a hairband to be able to attach the cheesecloth to my big dish during the process, but that's your choice. Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing you'll need to do is to take your glass jar or your beaker and combine your water, 90 milliliters of water, and then 10 milliliters of dish soap. After you do that, you won't stir it yet because you're going to add 1/4 teaspoon of your salt. It's just normal table salt, what you get at a normal grocery store. So I'm going to add that. Now that we've added that, I'm going to combine it, stir it good enough so the salt is mixed in and the dish soap and the water are together, but not enough that you have a lot of bubbles on the top. If you end up with lots of bubbles, it's easy, you just scoop them out, but you do not want any bubbles or very many. I have a few at the top, but not a lot. You just don't want those in your mixture. Okay, so what we're going to do next is we're going to take the plastic bag you have. You could use 2 if you want to get really crazy in the next step, because we don't want the bag to pop and have everything spill. But you're going to put in your solution that you made, and you're going to add your strawberries. Now that I'm looking at it, I have a pretty big strawberry for the strawberries in there, so I'm only going to add 2 of my strawberries, and then I'm going to eat the 3rd one because it looks really good. Awesome. So, now that we have our strawberries in there, we are going to release all the air from the bag as much as you can, and we're going to seal it. Now, the reason we're going to seal it is for the next step, because you do not want to get very messy. We're going to crush these strawberries. Now, I did not add this before, but if you're going to use frozen strawberries, you have to thaw them out, because this wouldn't work with frozen strawberries, especially if you're trying to squish them, because that's just kind of difficult. I don't know what would come of the experiment, but I know it would be a pain in the rear. So if you're going to use frozen strawberries, thaw them out. Okay. Now, when you're squishing the bag, you want to be able to squish all those big parts. Like you see these chunks, you want to squish those chunks so they aren't so big, because we don't want any big chunks of strawberries because it won't be able to release any of the DNA. So that would be an issue. Okay. Okay, I'll just give it a few more squeezes, and it's fine if like it's not all completely mashed up, but you want most of it mashed up into this pink stuff. You want this pink liquid. So now that we got it, we're going to go on to the next step. You're going to take your bigger jar. I'm just using a bigger face just so the liquid can go through easier and not spill. And you're going to put this cheesecloth, or whatever you may have, over it. This is where I put in the optional hairband, just because I like to keep the cheesecloth there. It went on pretty easily last time. I'm using a thicker red. So there we go. Now, what I also forgot to mention is you'll want a spoon. I actually don't have my big spoon with me at this time, but I'll just use this. It'll help in the next step. So you're going to take your bag that has the crushed strawberry soap mixture in it, and you're going to drain it through this cheesecloth. Now, you have to be careful, because if you go too fast, then it's going to end up everywhere and on the table, and that's just a disaster. So you're going to want to continue to pour it over this cheesecloth until the bag is totally empty. Now, what you're wanting to do next after this is use the back of your spoon and press through all this pulp that you have on the top just to get any extra liquid out. It just gets more of that liquid that you want and where the DNA through here. So, yeah, awesome. Anyway, now that we're done with that, we're going to take this cheesecloth off. I'm just going to scooch my hairband down as I'm starting to rip it. Excuse me. Okay. Okay. I squeezed the last of it out. There's not any more juice in there. Okay. Now, after that, we're going to transfer it. I'm actually going to use the same glass beaker that I used to combine all the soap and stuff to pour it back into there. I also want to do that just because it's translucent, transparent, excuse me, and I'll want to be able to see that. Now that that's all in there, I'm going to add my chilled 5 milliliters of isopropyl alcohol. So I already have it pre-measured out in this actual beaker. My actual product wouldn't fit in there because it's only 30 milliliters. And there we go. Now, I'm going to hold the mixture at my eye level. You won't be able to see it with the camera. But this white stuff starts to come to the top. I'll take a picture of it and show it at the end of the video. But this white stuff comes to the top, and you can actually see this chain. I could see this white little bubbly chain. It kind of looks snot-ish. It looks white and icky. But that's the DNA that came to the top of my extract. So, that's it. And you can use tweezers to grab the extract out of here. I do not have it all the way up to the top yet. It's still a bit dispersed, so I can't grab it. But, yeah, I'll show you a picture, and thank you for watching my video.